To Max's lessons, let's do communications for social studies. It's one of the topics under section C on your social studies paper. And remember, these are just quick bullet points that can help you as you go through with your studying. You cannot use it alone. You will probably have to go back to your textbooks so that you can expand on these bullet answers. Thank you so much for joining us on the channel, and I do hope that this will help you in many ways. Forms of communication that exist within the Caribbean. These include nonverbal pictographs, that is, screams, signals, signs, gestures, postures, mimes, and arts. And of course, there is verbal communication where we have the lovely music, print, speech, and also drama. Next up is the forms and media of communication and how are these influenced by geographical, socio-cultural, and technological factors. The main media of communication would be messengers, mail, telegraph, telex, phones, courier, radio, television, and the list goes on here. Now, these are all coming from different geographical location, and therefore it will impact the media of communication. So the factors that influence forms of media, as we said, is geographical. It means then that there is distance, climate, rivers, mountains, and seas, because all of the above mentioned media of communication will get to us here in the Caribbean they'll get to us here from different places. There are also socio-cultural issues, including the language, the socio-economic status of the individuals, the beliefs, the customs, the religions. And finally, there is technological. The different changes in technology will impact the media and how we communicate. Then there is energy, electronics, transital, design of the instrument, the computer, laptops, yes, telephones, yes, and different types of instruments. Next up, we have issues that are responsible, factors that are responsible for the breakdown in communication. And here are some of the examples: prejudice, beliefs, age and difference and gender differences, ideology, that's what you believe in, your status, the unresolved conflict that exists, the mistrust, the stress, the strained relationships, and also failure of communication. All of these factors will impact how we communicate. Then we have the effects of different forms of ownership and control of mass media in the Caribbean communication network. There are different types of ownership. There is private, there is public, there is joint. Now, private ownership is where there are individuals, groups, and companies and corporations that are definitely involved in ownership of the media. For example, Digicel. Those are private-owned entities. Then there are public government or corporations, and then there are joint between partnerships and the public and the private enterprises. Then ways in which cultural heritage in the Caribbean is transmitted and transformed. These are done through cultural groups. They're done through artists, mass media, institutions, and of course there may be more that you may want to add to the list.